Okay, we're just going to go through a full body workout you can do at home. So we're going to start off with a knee dominance exercise, a squat. So your feet are shoulder width apart, your feet are slightly pointed out. Okay, so you're just going to, your head's going to be straight, your eyes are looking forward, your chest's up. You're going to initiate the movement by putting your hips back, and you're going to bend your knees also. You're going to go down, your thighs going to be parallel to the floor. Ideally, exhale on the way up. So you initiate the movement by pushing your hips back, breathing in on the way down, and your upper body is slightly leaning forward. Exhale on the way up. So, if you're struggling to push your hips back, you can put your arms out. Okay, so it's like you're pressing against the wall with both hands, and that might help you push your hips back. That's the beginner exercise. The next exercise, you can do the same setup. What you're going to do, you're going to do a jump squat. So this is a bit more, this is plyometric. So this is like the next step up from a squat using explosive power. So this comes next. When you can do a good 10, 15, 20 squats, at least, you're going to go into this, or try to go into this. So you're gonna, your arms are gonna be back. You're gonna be at the bottom of that squat position, and then you're gonna use your arms to jump up as high as you can. And then when you land on the balls of your feet, and then sink down. So when you land, so exhale on the way up. So whatever you do, just don't land stiff-legged. As soon as you go on the balls of your feet, and then put your heels down. So then the next one, a further progression after the squat jump, you could do a box jump. So you're gonna start off in a half squat position, but you're basically a quarter squat. You're gonna use your arms, and then throw your arms up. So when you land, you'll basically be in the same position as you left, that half squat position. Obviously don't do it close to a wall if you can help it, as I am here. So you start off, use your arms, explode on the way up, land, stick the landing so you land as you left. Step back down, don't jump back off or come down with force, just step down carefully. Set yourself up. Half squat position, athletic stance, use your head straight, chest up, use your arms. Explosively though, this isn't cardio, this is like explosive power, so yeah. So now we're gonna go in from the squat, you're gonna go into like a push exercise, which gets you predominantly your chest. You also get the front of your front delts and your triceps. So we're gonna do, as with our home workout, we're just gonna go to the floor and do a press up. Okay, so your wrists are under your shoulders, spread your fingers wide, your feet are hip width apart, head to feet, one straight line. Your head's neutral, so make sure your head's in a straight line with the rest of your body. Squeeze your bum, lock your legs out, and then you're just gonna lower all the way down to your chest just off the floor. You can touch the floor. Exhale on the way back up. So your upper arms have got to be 45-degree angles. Make sure they're not into your sides or out, like a 45-degree angle all the way. So if you can't do press-ups on the floor, obviously if you're at home, if you've got something roughly this, a couch will work, or a bed, and then you can just do the same press-up. It just helps you a bit being on an elevated surface. So your wrists are still under your shoulders, your fingers spread wide, the pads of your fingers into the floor. Your feet are hip width apart. Make sure though, because you're lifted up, you're not sagging. Your head to feet one straight line. Lower with your arms bending at upper arms bending at 45 angles till your middle of your chest hits the edge of whatever you're using. Exhale on the way up. Once you do at least 15 press-ups, you can put your feet on an elevated surface. So if you're not in the gym, you might have a garden wall or your couch. You can still put your feet on the couch, as long as it's not too big, roughly that size as that bench. So you're gonna set up in the same You know, your wrists are under your shoulders, your fingers spread wide, your pads of the fingers into the floor. Put your feet, especially when you're in this position, make sure you're not sagging. Keep nice and push your heels back behind you. Make sure, like you say, your head to feet one straight line. You're in a nice strong position and you're going to go down with your arms still at 45-degree angles to the bottom, just off the floor, push back up, sail on the way up. So after you can do, like say, at least 10 to 15 good feet elevated press-ups, you can try and do a clap up. So basically plyometric now. This is a plyometric chest exercise, push exercise. So you're going to start off in the press-up position. So as you go down, you're going to press powerfully, explode up. So make sure when you jump up, when you land, you don't just, as soon as your hands land, you've got to bend your elbows. You don't want to jump up and just start that. That puts massive pressure on your shoulders. So as soon as you push back up powerfully, explode up, clap, back down. You can also do it two ways and just get your hands off the floor. But again, make sure you don't stab your hands. As soon as your hands land, bend your elbows. So the next one, we're just going to go into a lunge. So again, it's a knee dominant. So we're just going to start off, feet hip width apart. You're going to lunge one leg forward. Okay, so when you land, your hips sink down. So you got two right angles in both legs. Head straight, chest up. You're going to push back up to the start position. Alternate your legs. So left foot forward now. Whatever you do, your knee doesn't go over your toe. I'm on a soft surface, but don't bang your back knee. Your back knee can touch, but obviously if you're not on hard surface, keep it just off the floor. You've got to go right down. Make sure you're not stopping, and you know you are close. Your knee is close to the floor, and your upper body is leaning forward slightly. Breathing on the way down. Sail, pushing back up. So then what you can do, once you can get a good 20 lunges, back to back, 10 each leg, you can try and add some weight. So don't go for a big heavy dumbbell. These are 5 kilograms, so to start, they'll be good to start off with. Even 3 kilogram maybe. Just using some resistance from a light set of dumbbell. You can go as heavy as you want eventually, you know, 5 kg, 7.5 kg, 10 kg, 15 kg, 20 kg, but just start off light first. So it's exactly the same. Don't forget to lean your upper body forward slightly. Your back knee's just off the floor. So after you've done the dumbbell lunges and you can do, say 14 to 20 with, say, like a light. Obviously, once you don't have to go to the 20k mark before you can start doing these jump lunges, but I would do like at least when you can get a good 20 lunges with a 5k dumbbell, and move on to a jump plyometric, the plyometric portion of a lunge. So start at the bottom of a lunge position. You're in both legs 90 angles. You're gonna head straight, chest up. You're just gonna push up off the front foot and the back foot at the same time. Jump up, use your arms, jump as high as you can and swap legs mid-air. So what we're gonna do now, so we've done the push, we've done the press-ups and the variations. Well, we've gone through what variations you can do as you get better, or go straight into them as this is a full body workout. If you're at an advanced level, you could go straight into the clap and press-ups, or the jump lunges, or the jump squats, or the box squat jump, the box squat jump. So now we're just gonna do your back. So if you train at home, obviously it's hard to get your back. You can get a pull-up bar, or you can do in rows with a pole on 2 chairs, but these bands are handy. These are actually linked in my channel, in my YouTube channel, in this channel bio. So there's a link to them, the handle ones, there's a link for them. If you buy these, I'll give you a free 2-week trial to my personal training app. So I can do workouts that you can do from home that'll have more of the exercises in it, core work also, and you know, you can further your training from home or the gym. But anyway, I'll get started. So this is the door anchor that you get. You get 6 bands with these, light or heavy. You can join them up also and make it even. It's really hard then. But what you're gonna do, you're gonna set the bands in the middle of the door anchor. So it's a rubber anchor, so it's safe on the door, but make sure you're facing, you're pulling towards the way against the jam, if you get me. So you're gonna set it behind the door, set the door anchor behind the door, close the door, okay? So make sure the handles are nice and even. You're gonna step back. So we're gonna do back pulls, so your feet are like on railway tracks, hip width apart, okay? Make sure you don't want to be pushed over. You're nice and steady on your feet. So you don't want to be, you've got nice balance. So you're going to start off, your hands are like in that palms down, slightly wider than shoulder width apart. You're going to just lead with your elbows, rowing the bands in. See, I'm just a bit too far out now, so I'll have to just go forward. So the further away you go from the anchor point, the harder it is. So, and also sometimes the bands don't stretch that far, so you'll have to find out where it's enough to pull in, so your hands are just outside your rib cage. This is about right for me. Now I've got a nice amount of tension, it's fairly hard. So you're just gonna, so on the way back, it's back 4, 3, 2, 1 to the start position. Just make sure your shoulder, the bands aren't pulling you into a bad position. So your head straight, chest up, your core switched on. So 2 seconds in, you lead them with your elbows. Also, that your upper arms are like 45, your upper arms are like 90-degree angles, sorry. So you pause. When your hands come to the side of your rib cage, you should have like a right angle in each arm. At this point, you're gonna squeeze shoulder blades together for say half a second to a second. Like you've got an iPhone between your shoulder blades and you're pinching it. And then you're gonna release 4, 3, 2, 1 to the start position. So 2 seconds in, sail on the way in. So as the full body workout, you've done your push, the press ups, you've done the pull with the bands, for your back, your rear delts and your biceps. You've done your knee dominance, which is your lunges and your squats. Now we're just gonna do a hip dominance. So it's only a beginner hip dominant really. You could go on to deadlifts and kettlebell swings and things like that. But we'll just show you a simple one, like a beginner one basically. So glute raises, so you're on your head, so you're lying on your back, your feet are hip width apart, they're bent at say roughly 90 angles, okay? So your knees are hip width apart, your feet are hip width apart, press your feet into the floor, your arms are at 45-degree angles to your side. Before you start, press your lower back into the floor, and you're just gonna press up, exhale, so your hips come to like the flat. Squeeze your bum at the top. So all the movements coming from your glutes, your bum, so you're just using your hips and your bum to press up. So you're at the top, your knees are aligned with your shoulder. Make sure though your lower legs like at a vertical position, thereabouts. Now you can do, so now we'll talk about reps and sets. So if you're a beginner, just start off. You do say 2 sets of squats, as many as you can do. Say it was 8 to 12. You're gonna rest a minute, do another set of squats. So you can do 2 to 3 depending on how you feel. If 2 sets you feel that's hard, leave it there. Then you're gonna go on to your press ups. So you're gonna do as many as you can. So if you're a beginner and you haven't done press ups, I'd start on the elevated surface like the bench. But obviously if you're at home, a couch or a bed or anything like a bench that you might have, to eat your, the breakfast table, whatever you've got, a garden wall outside. So you're gonna do your press ups, say Do as many as you can with good technique, only with good technique. Rest a minute, same as the squats, and then you do another set. So you might get, say, 10 press-ups on say a couch, and then you're gonna rest a minute, do another set, and then the next one, lunges. So you do, say you could only do 8 lunges with good technique, do 8 lunges, rest a minute, do another 8 lunges, and then we're gonna go to the back pulls. So you go to your back pulls, so you might get, say, 10, and then you're gonna rest a minute, and then you're gonna do another 10. You can do 2 to 3 sets, and then you're gonna do your glute raises for hip dominance. So you're gonna do, say you could get, well, aim for 15, because it's probably the easiest one out the whole lot, but it's not easy. Say you got 10 to 15, do 10 to 15. If you do 10, you think you can get 15, do 15, rest a minute, do another 15. So you can do 2 sets of everything, 2 sets of squats, 2 sets of press-ups, 2 sets of back pulls, 2 sets of lunges, and then 2 sets of glute raises. And that's it. That's for your strength. So you do this, say, do it 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever you do. Don't do it 2 consecutive days, as it'll conflict because you're resting the next day. So obviously 3 times a week will be fine.